Hello YouTube friends, it is Tracy with CIRV. Today we're in my bathroom because I want to do some potty talk. So when we first moved into the RV, we didn't have the same toilet that we have now. It was an older model of, I think it was a Thetford toilet. The one we have now is a Dometic. I did not know, despite watching every video on YouTube about RV toilets and reading every post in every forum on the internet about RV toilets, I did not know that they are supposed to hold water all the time. It was a newsflash to me. Last summer, when we were our first year living in the RV, the stench in the RV got unbearable. It was absolutely miserable. So we thought, well, maybe the vent on the top of the RV is stopped up. It's an old vent. Let's go up there. We'll replace it. So we purchased one of these fancy Whirlybird Cyclone roof vents. And we hooked that up to the pipe, to the vent pipe. And we thought, wow, this is going to help. Oh, we were just so relieved. We'd finally found a solution to the stench in the RV. And an hour or two later, it still stunk in the RV. And we still didn't know why. So at some point, I got on Facebook. And I started talking to some people in one of the RV groups that I'm a part of. And somebody said something about the water seal. And I said, water seal, what's that? And they told me that the toilet is supposed to hold water all the time to make a water barrier between the sewer gases that are coming back up and the RV itself. Because there is no P-trap for it to stop and hold water in an RV toilet. So you don't have that luxury like you do in a home. So there you go. So we investigated, we did a little research, figured out what parts we were going to have to replace the seal in our old toilet, and figured out that we were within $30 of buying a whole new toilet. So we bought our new toilet, and here I'm going to show it to you now. Okay, so here is my new toilet. This is a Dometic toilet. It is a Dometic 310. And it's just your normal average RV toilet. The only thing different about this one is it has a porcelain bowl instead of a plastic bowl like my previous one had. The reason that we chose to buy a whole new toilet rather than just replace the seal on the old one was because it was within $30 of buying a new one after we bought all the pieces and the parts and stuff that we had to fix our old one. It just wound up being cheaper to buy a whole new one. Or, well, if we had to fix anything else on it, it would have been the same price as buying a new one. So, now let's talk about how the operation of the toilet actually works. I'm sure that most of you know this, but let's see, I'm going to get some toilet paper here. And we'll just wad that up and throw that in there. Drop that in. Just get in there. Okay, so now, you see we have some water in the toilet. I just threw my toilet paper in there. There's a foot flush pedal right down there. And I'm going to put my foot on it. And poof, it is instantly gone. Now, if you're just doing number one, that one bowl full of water would be plenty enough to flush your toilet paper down into the black tank. But if you did number two, then you need 2 bowls of water. 1 for 1 and 2 for 2. So I filled it up the second time and I let it flush and gets that whoosh action that will send it on down into the black tank, your solids and your toilet paper. And then, of course, we're going to fill it back up to create that water seal that we know and now is so important. This is the way that normal people flush their toilets. When we first moved in the RV, Brett insisted that the proper way to flush the toilet was to hold the pedal down the entire time you were using the toilet. And so he overflowed our black tank 4 times before it finally hit home to him that he did not have to hold the pedal down the entire time. But there was a reason he was doing that. Because our old toilet would not hold water, it really you didn't get that whoosh action when you flushed it. And so you would wind up with solids and with toilet paper stuck in the pipe that goes down. Now, if I hold that foot pedal down, that water is running, and it is going to run the entire time that I have my foot on there. So that's why he was overflowing the toilet. And I mean, the toilet would fill up within hours. The black tank would be needing to be dumped again. So very little time. That is why we still have this handy dandy little addition here. That is a 3-foot wooden dowel, 1-inch wooden dowel. And because of the old toilet, it was sometimes necessary to use that stick to shove everything down into the black tank, which was not a fun job to have. So now that we have this new toilet, we have not had to do that one time. I am so happy. And so our stick may be finding a new home. Right now it lives down there in my little thing that holds my toilet brush. Alright, let's talk toilet paper. Now, a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but this is what I buy for my RV. Scott 1000. It is little thin ply. It is septic safe. And this is what I use for toilet paper in the RV. Once upon a time, I bought the expensive RV toilet paper. I have found out that in my experience, that is not necessary. Any thin ply or septic safe toilet paper is perfectly acceptable to use in your RV septic system. Of course, I still would not use Charmin or Angel Soft or some of the thicker, more heavy-duty toilet papers out there in my septic tank, because you do want it to have a quick breakdown life. You don't want it to just sit down there forever and never break down into, really, this just basically turns to mush almost as soon as it hits water. So that's really what you're looking for when you're purchasing your toilet paper. Let's see, are there any more questions about the RV toilet? Anything else I can answer? I know everybody on YouTube has an RV toilet potty talk at some point. But like I said, in spite of watching them all, I never knew that the RV toilet was supposed to hold water all the time. So, I hope this video has been helpful to you all. And we will see you next time on See Our RV.